Blessings and peace to you. This is SB Favor Thinking Podcast, and my name is SB Favor. How are you doing today? It is Thursday, February 9th, 2023. Another wonderful day and another day to be thankful. And as I always say, if you focus on what is good, then you can project something good to happen. Are you tired of me saying that? You shouldn't be. Because guess what? I'm going to keep saying it, because when you think about the things that give you joy and the things that give you peace, and when you think about the things that encourage your spirit, then you feel better. Then you can create a better energy, a better spirit in your presence. So that's why I always say focus on what is good. It is so important that we take the time to realize that our thoughts play a part in how we feel and how we act. And so I just wanted to come on and give you an inspirational quote. But before I get into that, I would like to remind you, if you are out there traveling about, make sure you are keeping yourself safe. Make sure you pray when you need to pray, and use your hand sanitizer, because people are still becoming ill and we all have to do our part to stay safe. I remind you of all these things because I care. So keep yourself safe and keep your family members safe. Give to the podcast at Cash App, $SB Favor. Thank you so much for your support and your donations. Well, as I stated a minute ago, I would like to give you an inspirational quote and just share some details about this day. You know, I had a challenging day. I woke up this morning and I could actually feel that there was something going on that I couldn't understand. And when I say that, I mean there was a feeling, there was something spiritual going on. There's nothing wrong. Everything's fine. You know, I don't have nothing going on in my life where I have to be overly worried or concerned. Thank you, God. But I woke up this morning and I could feel that, there were some challenges. I was feeling like, I wouldn't use the word discouraged, but it was like something that was trying to shift my mood, so to speak. And in that moment, I had to decide, this is going to be a good day. No matter what I'm feeling, no matter what is trying to make me feel the way I'm feeling, I told myself, this is going to be a good day and I'm going to stay focused. So as I proceeded to start my day, I prayed, of course, and I just did what I needed to do to stay focused. A lot of times, many of us, we use the word bad. Some people say, oh, well, I'm having a bad morning or a bad day. I don't believe in a bad day. I don't believe in that. I call it a challenging day. And anytime you have a challenging day, I call it the position of empowerment. Because anytime something challenges you, it means it's something that's serving you to learn something. So don't look at your day as being bad when you are challenged. But as my day proceeded, I told myself, this is a good day. And I got myself moving. And, some would say, oh, well, why didn't you get some coffee or whatever? No, sometimes I don't drink coffee every day. But once I prayed and once I stayed focused, my day just flowed. It flowed to the point where I had peace. It flowed to the point where everything just moved at a steady pace where there was peace. I'm sharing this with you because the question I would like to ask is, how do you deal with a challenging day? And I'm asking this question because I want you to really think about how to deal with a challenging day. How do you face a challenging day? Do you just give in and just say, oh, well, this is just a bad day? Do you just give in, or do you pace yourself to shift it around so that you can project and have the day you want to have. Because just because you get up in the morning and your spirit feels downward, or your spirit might feel like something's wrong, it doesn't mean you have to give in to that. It doesn't mean that you have to just say, well, my spirit is feeling kind of downward, so I might as well just act downward, and I might as well just think downward. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, because we are supposed to recognize when something about us changes. If it's your emotions, if it's your thoughts, whatever kind of feelings you are having, in that moment, you are supposed to be paying attention so that you can recognize what is happening. You know, in prior episodes, me and Rebecca and Jackie, we talked about journaling. It's important that you journal and you write down how you feel. But in a challenging day, what do you do? What do you do? Do you just give in, or do you just say, oh well, everything's bad? No, it's not. Everything is not bad, and everything is still in your favor if you believe that. If you believe that despite how you feel, you will still have a good day, you will have a good day. This day for me was challenging, but in the midst of being challenged, I told myself, there is something for me to learn in this moment. And because I focused enough to understand that there was a change and there was a shift in my emotions and in my mood, once I recognized that, I told myself, there is something for me to learn today. And what I learned was, no matter how you feel, you have to press through anyway. When my mother passed away in 2021, September 2021, when she passed away, I had so many things going on in my life at that time. My daughter was scheduled to be married a week later. After my mom passed, I just had so much going on in my life personally as well. But in the midst of all of that, I told myself, no matter how I feel, I got to press through anyway. Because when you develop the discipline and you tell yourself to press through anyway in the midst of your challenges, what will happen is you will develop a strength. You will develop a higher level of discipline mentally, emotionally, and you will learn something about yourself to understand when your thoughts and your emotions change. You will also learn more about self-control. We should never just give in to what we feel. When something doesn't feel right, so now, I don't feel right, so I'm not going to be right. No, we should never do that. If for some reason or another you get up in the morning and for some reason or another you're not feeling like yourself, that means you need to pray, press, and stand. That's right. You need to pray, press, and stand, because our feelings are like light switches. They turn on and off. And at any moment, you could be feeling high, and then the next minute, something in your feelings could shift another direction. But all of us, we have the ability to recognize what is going on with ourselves when we are paying attention. I was telling a friend of mine earlier, if you are paying attention to yourself, what you feel, what you think, what is going on with you, then you will be able to have the temperance to control what is going on with you. First, by maintaining the right thoughts for the right healthy emotions. Then from there, you can exemplify the right actions. Think about it like this. If you sit and meditate on the negative things, and you meditate on your problems, and you meditate on the things that are not helpful, then what happens is those thoughts become a narrative for your feelings. It's like narrating a story, so to speak. You think you could be thinking about something that could make you worry, and then all of a sudden the feelings of worry come. See, thoughts and feelings, they have to match one another in order for the action to be carried out. Because everything starts with how we think. So when you have a challenging day, you don't have to give in to the negative side of things. You don't have to give in to the negative thoughts. You don't have to give in to the feelings of discouragement or disappointment or feelings of worry. You don't have to give in to the feeling of, I don't know what I'm going to do. You don't have to give in to those things. You can start by taking control of your thought life. You could turn on some inspirational content to listen to on your phone, on the internet, on TV. You could read something that's inspirational. You could do so many different things to keep yourself on track, to oppose the things that could come to your mind to make you think negative. Because like I said, thoughts have to match feelings, which are emotions. Because if you sit down and you think the wrong thing long enough, then it becomes an emotion. Then after it becomes an emotion, it becomes an action. And also, when you think about something long enough, especially if it's something negative, you're actually giving faith to something that you don't even want. So what I'm saying to you is this. When you have a challenging day, that is not the time to just give into it. When you have a challenging day, a challenging time, you must tell yourself, okay, I got to think optimistic. I got to think positive. I got to think rational. I got to think about the things that's going to build me up. I need to expose myself to things that's going to build me up, build up my mind, build up my spirit, just build up my energy. Don't allow yourself to bask in the feelings, the emotions, and the thoughts that will not help you through the challenging day. It will just make things worse in a challenging day. It's so important to recognize and pay attention to all the moments in your life. Don't allow yourself to get distracted, but be in the moment with yourself and with others to know where you are, what you're thinking, what is going on with you, what is going on with your spirit. When you function like that, then you will know what to appropriate in conversations. Then you will know what to appropriate in actions. You will understand things better. A lot of times people have challenging days, and what they do is they project the negative to others instantly. Sometimes when people are having challenging days, instead of them dealing with themselves appropriately, what they do is they just project it to everybody else around them. When a person is having a challenging day and they don't deal with it correctly, they will mistreat someone else unfairly for no reason. So that is why it's so important to check ourselves. What happened to me today was a day of me being in my classroom. I call it my classroom of life. Yes, I was paying attention to the chalkboard about myself and what I needed to do to get through this challenging day. So that is why I am sharing this with you. All of us have challenging days, challenging times. moments in our lives where we need to pause for a second to get back on track. You do not have to give in to negative feelings and negative emotions and negative thoughts and just, tell yourself, oh, this is just a bad day. Oh, girl, I'm having a bad day. Oh, this is just a bad day. No. You're not having a bad day. It's a challenging day. If you want to keep using that lingo, you go right ahead. But I'm going to just say what I'm saying, what works for me. I don't speak something out of my mouth I don't want. So I don't call a day a bad day. If I wake up in the morning and the morning is challenging, I'm going to work to turn it around. And we all have the ability to do the same thing, to turn things around. And if you don't know how to do what I'm saying, there is something you have to learn. Because we all have the ability to have some level of self-control. Prayer is so important to me because in the midst of a challenging day, I pray a whole lot. Not in a religious, crazy, cultist kind of way. No, I am realistic in my prayers. Realistic in terms of how I feel, what I'm thinking. I ask God questions. Oh, yes. That's what we need to do. We need to be realistic, not just in our prayers, but we need to be realistic about how we feel, what is going on with us as individuals. So that's what happened to me today. And I just wanted to share this with you because I thought, wow, everybody has a challenging day. Everybody goes through what sometimes we call a gray day, right? A gray day, a cloudy day, right? And sometimes when you have a challenging day, it don't mean you have a bunch of problems. It could just be a day where you're not at 100%. But just because you wake up at 70% doesn't mean you can't get to 100% by the time you get moving in your day. You just got to press a little harder. You just got to stand a little firmer. And you got to be determined in the moment to not go by how you feel, but go by what you know. Go by what you believe about yourself, what you believe about what you want to project that is positive. Go by what you believe about God. Go by what you believe and what you know about all the things that are working out for you. Because every single day, no matter what's going on in our lives, we got to tell ourselves, all things are working out for me. If you prayed about it, if you have spoken it out of your mouth, if you believe it, then guess what? All things are working out for you. All things. I don't care what it is working out for you. So in the midst of a challenging day, you tell yourself, I'm going to get through this day. I'm going to stand fervently and firm during this day. I am going to conquer this day. I'm going to be encouraged today. I'm going to be optimistic today. If somebody send you a text or somebody call you or send you an email, or if something is going on and if you got bad news, tell yourself anyway, it's going to be a good day. Giving into negative thoughts and negative feelings and negative emotions, guess what? When we give into it, it will just drag you. It will just drag you and drag you and drag you. So why give into it? Put up your hands and start fighting. Fight by what you think, fight by how you pray, and fight by the actions you take to stand up to have a good day. You don't have to give in to the negative things and negative thoughts and negative feelings that want to drag you. Just stand up. I don't care if you got to meditate for 3 hours if you can. I don't care if you have to sit down with a journal and write it's going to be a good day 100 times. Guess what? By the time you do all those things, your day will be good. I'm saying all that I'm saying because I want you to truly understand in our humanity, we don't have to be dragged by negative things. We don't have to just give in to how we feel. And I'm sharing this because, like I said, this is what happened to me today. And instead of me just giving into it, I said, no, I got to stand up. I got to stand up. I got to keep it moving. You know, somebody might say, oh, well, you know, you're human and you can't be at 100% all the time. That is very true. I might not be at 100% all the time, but guess what? I'm going to get to 90 at least. I'm going to get to 90 at least. Because guess what? We have the ability to do it. And once you get to 90, it'll be a little bit easier to get to 100. So I hope that my words encouraged you. I hope that this inspirational quote gave you something to think about, because life is real when it comes to our human actions and the things that we have to fight through. It gets real. And we all need somebody to talk to. We all need somebody to understand us. And we all need to encourage one another. So I hope that this inspirational quote gives you something to think about, because my intention to share this is totally about you being determined to be encouraged. Not just encouraged when everything's going right for you, but encouraged even when you are challenged. Why? Because you can do it. You can do it because when the sun shines and when you wake up in the morning, God is saying to you, you can do it. So that is my inspirational quote. I thank you so much for tuning in to SB Favorite Thinking Podcast. If you need to reach me, you can reach me at sbfavor@yahoo.com via email. I'm moving fast again. sbfavor@yahoo.com via email. I told y'all I'm talking fast sometimes and I trip over my words, but it's okay because I embrace my faults. That's right. Humility. With humility, I embrace my faults. Thank you, God. So if you need to reach me, you can reach me at sbfavor@yahoo.com via email if you didn't get that the first time. And you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at sbfavor. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast. And make sure you share the podcast with others. You can find me and listen to me anywhere you listen to podcasts. I also have a TikTok handle with inspirational and motivational content there. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please click like, leave me some feedback, and please share the podcast with others. I thank you so much for your support. And if you'd like to give to the podcast, you can give at Cash App, $SB Favor. Thank you so much for your support and your donations. You have a good evening and a good tomorrow. Have a good day.